Imagine this. A queer stands under the porch of her meeting house, dressed in black. The light reflects off the greenstone tiki that hangs from her neck. She casts an eye out into the distance at the pāteo visitors. Standing in front of them is another queer, also dressed in black. On her chin, the lines of tāmoko can be seen. The lines of her whakapapa have been carved into her skin. She bows her head and waits for the signal. The first queer senses the time has come. She straightens her back and lifts her head. Her arm goes up and out. In her hand, she holds the latest Nokia E71 cell phone. It has 3G connectivity, assisted GPS, Nokia maps for navigation, and a 3.2 megapixel camera. She types out her message to the manuhiri. Haere mai, haere mai, haere mai. Then presses send. The queer with the moko receives it. Her arm goes up and out. In her hand, she holds a Samsung C5510. It has fast and seamless browsing, internal memory of up to 20 megabytes, external memory of up to 16 megabytes, and a 6 megapixel camera. She types in her message, karanga mai times 3, then presses send. Welcome to the future, the digital porphyry. The fact cannot be denied. We are indeed living in the age of technology. Te ao hurihuri, the world that is ever changing. We own cell phones, use Facebook and carry digital cameras. We have MySpace, Bebo and MSN. We Skype, we email and we text like there's no tomorrow. We are grabbing hold of these types of technological advances and moving with them, as so we should. Māori have always been clever. We evolve and go forward, because if we didn't, we would get left behind. Let's take a closer look at some of them. Social networking sites such as Facebook allow us to keep in touch with whānau regardless of where they live in the world. Facebook is like an electronic family reunion. It also allows us to take a peek at photos of people who we don't know well, but we wish we did. Technology can also be beneficial to Māori health. For example, you're sitting on the couch eating your third packet of Doritos when you should be out on your afternoon run. What makes you put on your running shoes and jog out the door? Your iPod, onto which you have downloaded 100 fast and funky songs. Yes, people, the iPod can prevent obesity. Google is a godsend, an infinite amount of information at our fingertips. It allows us to research for assignments, book tickets for flights and concerts, and with Google Maps you will never get lost again. YouTube, in my opinion, is a taonga, a real treasure. You type in the words kapahaka and instantly you are able to watch the top groups in the country. You can learn anything on YouTube, from playing a guitar to crumping. A true story. A few days ago, my whānau and I went shopping at the Dunedin Pack and Save. The queues were long, so we decided to use the self-checkout service. Being technologically literate, I already knew how to operate the screens. We swiped all the barcodes and pressed all the right buttons. It was only when we placed our 10th shopping bag into the trolley that I looked up and saw the sign that read 15 items or less, which goes to show it doesn't matter how competent you are with all types of digital devices, you still need to know how to read a sign. All these things are great, but nothing can beat face-to-face interaction. Kanohi ki te kanohi, a hug from your mum, or watching Kapa Haka live. I guess there is a danger things could go too far. There was a story a few weeks ago in the newspaper about a couple who got married over the internet. They were living in two separate countries. I had to wonder what they did when the priest said, You may now kiss the bride. Did they kiss their web cameras? Nothing can beat the real thing, especially on your wedding day. The great Sir Apirana Ngata once said, "Grow up, O tender youth, and thrive in the days destined to you, with your hands on the tools of the Pākehā to provide physical sustenance." Sir Apirana then went on to say, "Let your heart hold fast to the treasures of your Māori ancestors as a crown for your head." I translate this to mean we must continue to utilise the digital tools that are being invented, but we must not forget the cultural practices that are an intrinsic part of being Māori, like whanaungatanga, manaakitanga, tautoko and aroha. Thankfully, we haven't reached the point where we are emailing our prayers to god@heaven.com. Kia ora. I thought it was important that the rangatahi remember where they come from, and that technology is important, but we still need to remember the cultural practices of Māori. I was really excited to go on at first, and then I was a breeze. My final thoughts on Ngā Manu Kōrero are, it's awesome, and I'd love to do it again next year. And the whanaungatanga here is really awesome.
My name is Merritt Pipi. I'm Ngāti Porou, and I'm a teacher at St. Joseph's Māori Girls College. I think she did really well. When I'm with speakers, I always look out into the audience to gauge their response, and everybody looked like they were enjoying listening to her speak. And the judges were smiling too. That's always a good sign.
First place in Sir Turi Carroll. Mai te mataua Māui. Evana Shinko. Karawhiua mai koutou mā.
Tēnei māua ko taupuna te hoki horoko kū ki te kāinga.
Ai ka pai hoki mai hei tērā wiki, hoi anō tai a whionua I te motu, tēnā koutou, Māori ora.